the half reading anywhere in the world today, anywhere you go. This reading we know it's been preserved even to the dot, to the letter, to the vowel, to the sound. So what I will ask Hatun to do instead and challenge her, and this is in the paper, to provide 3 examples of differences between the half readings anywhere in the world.
Brother, show him the examples, please.
Yes, we have. Wait, stop. Daniel, so now
That
you've
is
heard.
my claim. That is my claim.
I have never claimed in Speaker's Corner that they have not changed even to the dots. Repeat his words. Oh, he said they are not even changed even to the dots, letters and sounds. What he just heard, as he played back, I said, the half reading anywhere in the world, they have been preserved. Hold on. They have been preserved even to the dots, letters and sounds. And I stand by my claim and I will demonstrate that to you. You have been first dishonest in claiming that I stated that not even a dot has changed. I didn't say that.
You did say that.
It's a preserve. Even it isn't getting his hand.
You understand it?
It's preserve. Now, brothers, what you do not understand.
No problem.
You don't have 30 different plans in your hand.
I said our half reading has been preserved. Not only to the dots and letters, but also to the sounds.
What does
now,
preserved mean?
Wait, I will demonstrate to you what I mean. Now, what do you understand? What do you understand by dots when it comes to the reading of half?
Here's the problem.
I'm not talking to you.
Go and learn Arabic. Go and learn Arabic. You go and learn Arabic.
I'm not interested to talk to a Decepticon.
Why are you afraid of talking about it? Because you know,
you can get all the help that you want from her. But I am not talking to this Decepticon. I will speak to you and I will speak to Lizzie. No problem. You can get all the help that you need, even in the discussion. You can speak to her. You know what? Hatun, how do I answer? No problem. But I will speak to you and you directly. Now, when I mentioned in relation to my statement about dots and sounds and letters, let me finish. What do you understand by dots in relation to reading?
he's been at the corner for long enough. Everyone knows Mansur is a good communicator. Everyone knows Mansur doesn't lack the communication skills. So, in somehow, Mansur wants us to unpack his statements where he says not even a dot change in half Quran. Context of the debate, we were talking about how many Qurans are out there, and we were talking about the textual variations. The paper he gave it to us, it says 3 examples of differences between half Muslims. Brother, show him the examples, please.
Yes, we have.
Wait, stop. Daniel, so now
That
you've
is my
heard.
claim. That is my claim. There's no different thing I will say to you.
Daniel, listen.
You asked us for 3 examples between the house.
Daniel, I've been asking for how long? 3 examples of differences between the worst Qurans out of your 26 or 31 Qurans you have at home. 3 examples of difference between the worst Quran and the half Quran. Have you heard any? Those of you on the paper, have you ticked those? Have you provided one example yet?
This is Surah 33.
This here is called what? With Fatha on top.
Hamza, This is
What is
Hamza.
about this called what?
There's Hamza here. There's a
Yeah, Hamza. Okay, good.
There
And
is
this one,
Hamza here.
and this
There is
one
Hamza
with
here.
Fatha as well. Called what?
Where is Hamza? Where is Hamza in here?
Okay.
Where is Hamza in this one?
Do you mind? Let me finish.
No, I'm asking
This
very
called
simple
this
question,
called
sir.
what here?
Where is Hamza in here?
Can you let him speak?
You got Alif, and
The
then
one
there
in
is
black.
Hamza.
This called what? We have agreed here. This is called Hamza Fatha.
Yes.
And this here is called what?
There is Alif.
Alif Fatha. Pronounce this one Alif Fatha. What is the voice?
Yasalun.
No, this letter only was Fatha.
Ah,
Pronounce
don't
it.
force.
Do you mind? Patience. Knowledge time.
Be honest.
Knowledge time.
The whole world is going to watch you and love us.
Just so.
The house reading anywhere in the world today, anywhere you go. This reading we know it's been preserved even to the dot, to the letter, to the vowel, to the sound.
Why the sound is different?
We have it right here.
Why is the sound different? Why is the sound and written is
Why do we have
different?
different sounds?
Why is the sound and written is different? Why is the sound and written
Mansur, come
version
on.
is different, Mansur?
The sound is
Why
different.
it is different?
Keep talking about the
Why
sound.
it is different?
Why is it
They are
different?
different.
Can I have a look?
I hold it for you. I'll hold for you.
Okay.
Why are they?
Okay. Sound? Okay. Shall I read it to you? Okay. So you have في الأعراب يسألون. Did you hear what I said? يسألون. في الأعراب يسألون. Did I make any difference?
Let's check.
Do you have an Arab? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me read. في الأعراب يسألون. في الأعراب يسألون. نفس الsound or not?
Show it to him.
Is this the same sound or different if you're Arab?
It sounds the same.
Thank you very much. Very honest
Just
person.
a minute.
Second example. Second example.
Read this.
Read.
Is
Can
the
you
pronunciation
find-
is
can you
exactly
find-
the same?
Yeah.
Can you
Especially
find
look at this.
Daniel?
Hamza.
Okay.
Look at this word with the
So
Hamza.
Daniel, last time
Is it
when I
exactly
read,
the
was it the same
same?
or different?
Wait.
Yes, it's different. Thank you. Thank you for confirming for us.
Can you read,
it for us?
please?
Can you read this?
I can.
Yeah,
read
go ahead,
it.
read.
Yeah, read.
And
يحسبون الأحزاب لم يذهبوا وإن يأتي الأحزاب
What's the difference between this and
يؤدوا
this one?
لو إنهم بادون
Yeah, English.
في
What
الأعراب
is the difference between Daniel? There is
يسألون عن أنبائكم ولو كانوا فيكم ما قتلوا إلا قليلا.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, so to make it a little bit easier, can you just read this red color here
Red color,
and
yeah,
then
read
read
just
this
the red.
one?
If he's honest.
Here.
I'm Arab.
let's see.
تفضل أخي.
تفضل.
اقرأ.
Okay.
He's
Here.
honest.
Yeah.
Can you just read, please? Please.
Can you be quiet?
And can you please read?
Don't question is dishonest. Please. Nobody question now. They
Let
have
him
Yes.
read.
reasons.
Let him
Yes,
read.
he's
Do you
honest.
mind just so we can all hear it? Just touch it.
Welcome to you.
يسألون. This one.
Okay. Can you read it?
يسألون.
Okay, read
Which
this
one?
one.
This one يسألون.
No.
يسألون.
There's a sakin here. Yes, not yasa.
Yes.
No, but there is no air.
No. This sakin, yes, not
Mansur, are you
yasa.
Arab? No, Mansur, are you Arab?
تفضل. So, can you read that again?
If you understand what he said, Daniel.
No, can you read the word?
But you see here, there is no Hamza.
Can you read it?
So because
no
of the
Hamza.
Hamza,
Excuse me, can
sound
you
is
read?
different.
Exactly. Can you
Because of the Hamza,
Could you read
sound
kindly?
is different.
I can read.
Go ahead, read.
الأعراب يسألون.
No, wrong.
Read this one.
Okay. Here
Okay.
يسألون.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
So they're
One
different.
question.
Praise be to God. Hatun did it. She provided zilch example of the differences between house and watch. No, between the house and the house and the watch and the watch. Thank you so much, Hatun. Thank you so much for providing an extra ayah out of this 31 mushafs. Yes, Omo. Extra surah. Yes, Omo. I thank you again from the bottom of my heart.
So now I'm giving you another example. Let's look at
No, Hatun cannot carry on. We haven't moved from the example.
Don't push it.
So, same voice or not?
Don't push the guy. He's already answered you.
No, you need to say.
Speak to him, my brother.
The same voice or not the same voice? He already confirmed
The letter.
Does it have the same voice or not the same voice?
It's a language. It is alif, be, te, the, jim, pe, whatever. Okay. However, when it comes to writing and reading, especially in the Quran, they cut some letters, and they represent it with something else.
So that was the example from Surah 33.
Yes, another example.
So just a moment. That was the example from Surah 33.
What's your
It
name?
has been confirmed. It is different.
My name is Mansur. What's yours?
And I'm going to look at the another example.
That's it. Move.
Gareth.
Excuse me,
So-
I'm talking to you, Mansur.
Yes.
The
I've got
word that
another
we read,
example. I've got another example.
is it the
This
same
Surah
voice
4.
or not?
Surah 4.
Yes, look at Surah
Some
4.
people
Yes.
pronounce it the same way. Some other people pronounce it other way.
How would you pronounce it? Come on.
How you do? I just did.
Already different.
I just did.
So many times.
Again, run.
Can we do it one more time, please? Loudly.
Say again.
يسألون and يسألون.
Another recitation.
What you did.
You moved to another recitation.
You want to see what I did say?
There is one
Are you serious? Are you hearing
What
me?
you have done,
So they were
what you
two
have done,
different things, and
what
he
you have
already
done,
pronounced them
you
as
have
two different
pronounced
things. So,
wrongly,
let's
and I
move on
will
to
tell
the
you
next
how you
example.
pronounce it wrongly.
Okay, he
Allow me.
pronounced it wrongly according to us.
Allow me. Now,
I'm going to give you this is an example.
go somewhere else then.
That's
So,
Surah
brother,
9, verse 44.
so what you read,
So are they the same?
yasa alun.
So
No,
are
the
they
the
the
scene is sakin. You
Are
don't say
they the
yasa,
same?
it's yes. Yes.
You're
Make
not
a
going to
sukun
tell
on
me,
the scene.
Mansur.
So read it again.
There is no Hamza. There is no
There's no
Hamza.
Hamza.
Let's see.
Can I read it again?
Say it again.
Can I ask you to write Sa'al? Write Sa'al.
No, not about writing, about reciting. Wait a minute. Wait, brother. So now, you read something and you weren't able to read it properly. Okay, was there a sakin on the scene?
Because if I write to you in Arabic,
Was there a sakin on the scene?
can I have a pen?
No. I want you to read it.
Where's your paper, Hatun?
Okay, let's read this one. Can I? No, I want him to. No, I don't want you to write it. We want to read what is there. What is there?
Guys,
I will write what I read.
You're not
What
debating,
I'm
yeah?
asking you is this. Is there a sakin in the scene?
It's sukun.
Is there a sukun?
There's a sukun here.
Right.
so
Read it then. Read it. Read this one.
Yes.
Wait, read this.
Yeah.
Can you read it, please?
Please, sir, read it. Loudly.
La, yes. This one is la,
No, read the whole phrase.
The whole word.
la yasta'dhinuka.
Yeah.
No, read both of them.
Here, la yasta'dhinuka.
Sounds different.
Now, so wait,
I'll help you why.
Two Quran.
I'll help you why. Sound is different because there is letter Hamza. Hamza does change the sound. Hamza
as you have,
So
are we
you don't need
are we
to
going
push
to
it.
have a response to
You
this or not?
don't need to
Why are you
push
talking?
it in Arabic. Why are you fighting with one another, guys? Quran is supposed to be the part
Please
of
don't allow me to
Arabic.
show to you.
So let
What I'm
me
saying, when
respond.
you make waqf,
Surah 39, verse 34.
waqf on the hamza.
Writing
Because
is
you know the
different.
imla.
Pronunciation
Hamza can sit
is
on
different.
yeah, oh, good.
Another example.
There's the three rules. Yeah.
Surah
When you
33,
make waqf,
13.
you pronounce the hamza
Writing
with a glottal
version is
stop.
different
You say
and
jaza.
pronunciation
jaza.
is different.
Yes or no?
Recitation is different. Another
A
example.
simple, basic
Muslims
level
denied last
Arabic
week,
from primary
pronunciation
school.
is
You would say
different.
yes.
Exactly.
When
Basic
you
level.
make a stop on the hamza,
because
Basic level
writing
Arabic.
is
Hamza
different
is yeah,
because
or
it
on the alif on
contains
the ya,
letter
you have to say
Hamza.
jaza.
Another example, writing is different, recitation is different.
Look at her. Can you respect
Another
me?
Back a little bit.
Can you respect
Writing
me?
is
cameras a little bit
different,
back.
pronunciation
Fuck
is
the cameras.
different. Another
the cameras,
example,
man.
Writing
Who
is
cares about the
different.
camera?
Exactly.
Pronunciation
Who told
is
you to
different.
come and film here?
Claims, dot by dot, word by word, sound by sound. Sadly, banned
So
to the
أخي
grave.
Very sad.
Banned to the
أنت
grave.
Very
تشهد
sad.
ما هو
Another
الفرق
example.
بين
Another
الألف
example.
ألف
This is one of
فتحة
the disturbing
والحمزة
examples.
فتحة.
Quran makes
The
it clear
old
that
writing
Quran is
and
perfect
the
Arabic.
new writing
Yet two
you are talking
Arabic
about.
speakers are
I
fighting
agree
with
with
one
you.
another. What
But,
happened to the perfect
but,
Arabic claim?
No,
What
Alif
happened to the claim?
Hamza
Dot by dot,
Alif Fatah
word by
is called
word,
A.
sound by
Hamza
sound is
Fatah is
exactly
So
called
is it
A.
perfect?
No. Like here,
This is
you see
example
this,
from
you see
Surah
this A,
33 verse
this
53.
Hamza is the
contains
head of the eye,
variations
the grammarian
after
cut
variations
and then
that
put there.
distort the claim
To
dot by
differentiate
dot,
the
sound
alif,
by sound,
al,
word by word.
mouse,
It's been
the alif
changed. So it has been corrupted.
differentiated the
Here's one
alif
example
with the vowel.
to just deal with the
You understand?
claim.
No.
Here's the one example, just deal with the
You don't
claim.
know anything.
Sound by sound, Quran, Hafs Quran is exactly the same. Another example.
So there's nothing
no,
wrong in the
that's
Quran here.
not true.
The Arabic style of
Another
writing
example.
developed.
Destroys the
That's the
claim
only
sound
point.
by
So it's
sound.
different.
They
No,
are the same, they are
the
different.
written.
Exactly. So
the
they're
written.
different.
They are
Here
written differently.
is a E.
Pronunciation
Here
is
is the E.
different.
Why here the
IE
differentiate
and E
here
are different.
is because
IE
the
and
alif
E are
working.
different.
So my question to you is, which Quran will we have?
All of the styles of recitation.
All of the kinds of
We
recitation.
have the Quran
Yeah.
in all of the
One kind of Quran. Yeah. What's the
all
others?
styles of
What's the others?
recitation, all the styles of
Right.
recitation.
Okay. Let's use the Hafs. Okay.
Yeah.
Where does the Hafs? Who's the reciter of the Hafs? Who's the reader of the Hafs?
What do you mean?
When was he born?
The
It's
Prophet
traced
Muhammad.
back to a particular.
The Prophet Muhammad.
No. The Hafs comes
Yeah.
from a man born in the 9th century.
No,
You don't know your own history. You don't know your own history. The
The
Hafs reading
Go to the
is
Hadith.
dated to a man in the 9th century who never met Muhammad.
What's his name?
Who never read.
Making a bold claim.
It's called Hafs. It's called Hafs. It's called Hafs. I don't know his full name. It's something like Hafs Suleiman. His name is something like named after Hafs. You see, again, I've made a claim and I'm not making it up. This brother has verified 2 claims that I've made. I'm not making them up.
But he's a scholar.
Thank you. It's named after him, but he's a scholar. When was he born?
After Prophet Muhammad.
After the Prophet Muhammad. So you have a
When
Quran
did he get it
that
from?
you trace back
When
to
did
a
he get it
man after
Where did
Muhammad.
he get it from? Where did the Hafs get it from?
That's the point.
Companions.
That's the point.
Where did the
Where,
companions get it?
where is the evidence that he got it from Muhammad?
What was he reading? What was this hash guy that's born in the 9th century? What was he reading?
What was he reading?
Yeah,
Thank
what was
you.
he reading? No, I'm
Do you
asking
read
you.
it?
I'm asking you, what was he reading?
Well, I would suggest he's reading a text.
Yeah, a text by who?
Yeah, but what is the
Does
text
that
that
text
he's reading?
still exist today?
No, it doesn't. We don't have it. Oh no, actually, from the 9th century we do. From the 9th
Okay,
century we
cool.
do.
So then,
Sorry.
so
From
then,
the 9th
so then
century
what's
we
the
do.
point you're making?
Yeah.
If it
So-
existed before him and after him,
So
what's the point?
let's look.
Yeah,
So
like,
let's
what's the
look
point
at
you're making? You're trying to.
If you take the Quran of the 8th century
Yeah.
and the 9th century,
Yeah.
it's written in what script?
I don't know. You tell me.
Kufic,
Okay.
right? You compare that to the modern day Quran, the 1924 version of the Quran. Are they dot for dot, word for word, and letter for letter the same?
Which style? Are they the same style?
Well, Kufic and then modern the Arabic
You
of the
realize
modern Quran.
Kufic is a completely different type of script, right?
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
It's
So,
an older script.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't change anything to the meaning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Some
what's the
things are
significance of the
reason-
Birmingham
Hold on a
manuscript?
second.
What's the significance of the Birmingham manuscript?
Well, the Birmingham manuscript was dated, and the carbon dating places it prior to Muhammad's revelation.
No. They only
No.
gave a range. They only
Yeah, they give a range. They give a range.
very wide
They-
range.
they
It
give
is
a
a
range.
wide
And-
range.
and-
So it no more
Even
proves
in
your
the
point.
lifetime of the Prophet.
Even falls on the time of the Prophet.
It doesn't. Yeah, and it doesn't match the 1924 version. Get the Birmingham manuscript,
Well, the
compare
words.
it to your 1924 version of the Quran, look at it page for page, they're not the same.
The words.
You're talking about,
But this is the
brother,
point.
You talk about words. You talk about
This is the
recitation.
point, brother. If you take away the consonant, the vowel vocalizations, you take all of that away, you couldn't read it.
Yeah, that's why you have to be taught it.
Yeah, you couldn't read
That's
it.
why no man can just say
Brother,
sign
let me
the
just
sign.
say
So
that.
what we're saying is,
This is as
That's why you
simple
have
as
to
this.
support
Your
this.
arguments should only be valid if the Quran was revealed as a book, not a recitation. That's the only way your arguments will be valid. Other than that, it's a straw man.
So let me explain why it's not a straw man. Let me explain why it's not a straw man. When the Muslim armies were at the borders of Armenia before they invaded Christian Armenia, Muslims from different parts of the world who were not Arabs were fighting amongst themselves about how to recite the Quran.
Say that again, Chris.
Muslims were arguing about how to recite the Quran.
This happened during
This is in Sahih al-Bukhari. This is in Sahih al-Bukhari. I'm not making it up. Now, let me be clear. What was the response of Uthman to this disagreement amongst the Muslims? How did he respond? Do you know how he responded? He standardized the text. So his response to disagreement in the recitation was to make a book.
Then why is standardized?
So that means the Quran was a book.
You don't
Was it
even
revealed
know
as a
how
book?
to pronounce Greek
No,
words.
it wasn't.
That's not even a concession. That's not even a concept.
I fail to see how my pronunciation of Greek words has any relevance to this discussion.
You don't even have a canon or a standardization on how to pronounce the words in the Bible. In fact, your point that you're trying to make is to our advantage, because watch this. Over 1,400 years, okay, there were people from different areas in the entire world. When I go to Indonesia and he recites the Al-Fatiha, he recites it the same way I would recite it. That is a miracle.
Here's the problem with
You
your
find me
analogy.
Why?
Here's the problem with your analogy. Is that in Greek, the vowels are written.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
you
problem.
don't know how to
The
pronounce them.
Kufic script is solely consonantal in nature.
Right.
In Greek, the vowels are written, and
Yes.
so therefore there is no need to canonize the standard way to pronounce, because the vowels are there in the text. The vowels, one second.
Just make a point. I just
The
wanna make a point real quick before I go, yeah.
vowels were a later introduction to the Quranic manuscripts. They came after the time of Muhammad,
we know this.
and therefore,
point.
what we're talking about at that point, the text is becoming standardized, and variations
Well, yeah, he
between
hasn't
the
made the
text
point. He hasn't made the
means
point.
that
Well,
they
he
are
hasn't made the point.
different. There are
I
different
just wanna,
Qurans.
can I just make a point real quick
And
before I leave?
the recitation of the wash is different from the recitation of the Hafs. Mansur has already shown that.
And that's
Mansur
fine.
has already
That's
shown
fine.
that
That's
they are
fine.
Can I just make a
different.
point before I leave?
The recitation
Yeah,
is
make a point before I leave. So basically, your argument right now is that you don't believe the Quran is from God because there's more than one version. Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that if Muslims are consistent to their own belief,
Yeah.
that if the Quran was from any other than Allah, bearing in mind that He said He would protect the book, and the book, and that there is clear evidence of textual differences between
Textual
different
or
Qurans,
pronunciation.
then therefore Muslims
that's
consistently,
no problem.
if they were consistent to their own logic, would not believe in the
Okay,
Quran.
okay, cool. So then,
If they were consistent to their own
so
logic.
from your standpoint, you're saying that you personally wouldn't believe in the Quran because there's more than one. Because
I-
there's a difference in there's two different ones, whether it be
You have to
the
reject the
recitation
Bible,
or whether it be the actual physical books themselves. One being in Kufic script, one being in Hafsa,
Okay.
whatever they are.
Yeah, so I'm saying to you,
Is that what you're saying?
careful with his words,
He's going to come back with the Bible.
No, it's not. It's not about that.
careful with
It's
his
just
words.
it's funny that he's trying to take a high standpoint. He's trying to take a high standpoint, but really and truly, there's no from the 5,000 no approximate
gonna be very careful with his
manuscripts that exist in the Bible today, not two that match. So how can you, as a Christian, claim to be a Christian and profess your belief in Christianity, and then turn around and try to criticize Muslims because they have
Pronunciation.
a difference in pronunciation, or even let's give you
not
let's
a
give you
different
okay,
pronunciation, it's a difference in words, difference
let's
in
give you
words.
the benefit of the doubt and say there's a difference in words.
Thank you.
Let's just say
Thank
two
you.
different difference in words.
So
yeah?
different texts.
Let's just give you for the benefit of the doubt,
Okay,
for the sake of
different
the
text,
argument,
thank
that's the case.
Okay.
You Christians stand a lot more guilty than Muslims do.
Okay.
In that
So
sense.
so you want
So
to?
how can you still be
glass
Christian?
house,
I can turn around and say this. I can flip
can I
this
address that
argument as a
point?
180 and do the exact same thing to
I'll
you.
explain why it's not a 180, and I'll explain why it's not applicable.
Why is that?
The difference between when I make this criticism of Islam,
Yeah.
I am at least taking the time to understand what Muslims genuinely believe about their Quran. The idea that the Quran is nazil, word for word from Allah, ad verbatim, from the angel Gabriel to Muhammad and then copied down. So I've taken the time to understand your beliefs. In other words, in Islam, the message is the book and the book is the message. But your comparison to Christianity demonstrates to me that you don't understand what Christians believe about the Bible. Because our belief about the Bible.
You don't believe the
Can I
Bible is the
finish?
word of God?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
You don't believe
Can I finish?
It's not a word.
Can I finish? We Christians don't believe that the message is the book. We believe that the message gave rise to the book. In other words, the message came before the book. So, therefore, if there are textual variations in Old Testament Greek manuscripts, so long as they don't affect the essential message, it's not a problem for us. However, because you believe that it's integral to your deen that the message in the book be identical, any change to the text is a change to the message. That's why it's a problem.
Okay. Where's the change in the text? Give me 2 verses.
Well, we had one from the brother that was
Let's go, let's go.
just a
Is
second.
it Malik and Malik?
Yeah, we use this one.
That's the change.
King and owner. Right, let me ask you this question.
In English,
Let me ask you this
What's the
question.
contradiction?
Arabic is not.
Let me ask you a question.
That's the change.
Let me ask you a question. Is every king an owner? Is every king an owner?
But every king is
Is there a contradiction? Is there a contradiction between the two?
I wouldn't be
Can
so
someone
petty.
be-
I wouldn't be so petty.
Hold on.
Let me be
not
clear.
say
Is every king an owner?
Don't even.
Please don't
That
avoid the
enhances the
question.
meaning, though.
Don't avoid the
I'm
question.
not going to avoid the question, and I'm going to say I do not know. Okay, fine.
Well, let me
Let me
ask you a more
I do
obvious
not know. I
question.
do
Let
not
me
know.
ask you a more obvious question, one you
Yeah.
can definitely answer.
Okay.
Is every owner a king?
no.
No. So therefore,
But
these
God is
two
the-
words
Okay.
are
I got him.
different.
Go.
These two words are different.
Okay, owner of what?
Of something.
Owner of what?
Every
What
owner
does
is the
Malik
king
mean?
of what he owns.
No, hold on.
And every
No,
king is the owner.
no. Owner of what?
Let's say everything.
No, but that verse that you're talking about. Owner of what?
Elaborate. Tell me.
Okay, when it says Maliki Yawmiddin,
Yeah.
it says the owner of the day.
Yeah.
So the owner here is specific to the day. What's the day? Day of judgment.
Okay.
And we also know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Malik.
Yeah.
So there's no contradiction in the meaning.
All right. 1 second. 1 second. The king.
Hold on, before you speak, I will let you go. Okay,
Yeah.
another thing. We know in the English language has that feature as well, connotations. Okay, a word has connotations.
Yeah.
Okay, a king
Yeah.
connotes that he owns something.
Yeah.
So where's the difference in meaning there?
So, when it describes Allah as the king, is it describing Allah as the king only of the day of judgment, or is it describing the king as in the king of all things?
it says Yawmi, it says Maliki Yawmiddin, the
That
owner of the
day,
day.
that day
Right.
is the king.
So he's the
only
king of the day.
Yes.
And he's the owner of the day. Is his sovereignty, calling someone a king is a question of his sovereignty. Is his sovereignty limited to the day, or does it go further?
There's no questions to ask anymore.
So,
The second
goes
one on
further.
there. If he's the king of
Just because
everything,
it's specifying
he's going to be the
that
king of the
day.
day.
And then, guys,
doesn't
brothers,
negate
and then another
anything
thing.
else.
Yeah, but
What's
one
very funny, yeah?
one second.
Look, another thing that's really funny here, which is he's trying to differentiate between the owner and the king when I've got to explain to him. Then another thing, the pronunciation is not even that different from Maliki and Maliki.
So what we've
What's the
established,
differences in that?
what I've established from listening to you.
Where's the contradiction?
What? Right, I never claimed it was a
No,
contradiction.
because you're saying
I
in the
never.
text-
You see, no,
you're
hold on.
saying
one second.
in the text.
Okay,
One
one
second.
second.
You're saying this because according
Brother,
to us Muslims.
brother, 1 second. No, from listening to you, what I've established is the following. What I've established is the following. Firstly, my original claim that the texts were different is correct. There are differences in the text that you admit to. Secondly, that there are differences in words. No, that there are differences in words, which you've also admitted to, and that there are differences in pronunciation, which you have also admitted to.
He's got an ill style of
However,
arguing.
1
enough.
second.
If he asks you a question,
One
you don't
second.
adjust every little point. He just
1
accepts.
second.
You just
1
assume
second.
that you accepted it.
1 second. What you did do is reconcile the exposition of the words. You reconciled I forget the word. I'm tired. The hermeneutics, the way, the theology that you draw from it. You have said is the same, and I don't disagree with you. I agree with you. My point to you is that Muslims, for years now, for decades, until recently in Speaker's Corner,
Oh my God. Okay.
until recently, like Mansur has abandoned this position, have claimed that all Qurans are identical. How many times have we heard Muslims say every Quran in the world is the same? That there is only one Quran. Well, the evidence is clearly saying there's more than one
There's only
Quran.
one Quran, but different
For the
recitations.
reasons that I've just given.
Okay. You said to me.
I'll let you have the last word and then I'm going to go.
Okay, that's fine. Basically, what we established here is this: when you say that the Quran, because of its pronunciation, is different, right? What then?
But it takes the pronunciation
Allah,
to be
akhi,
written. So it is the
akhi,
pronunciation.
Maliki, it's the
It is the
pronunciation.
pronunciation. It is the
Which
pronunciation.
pronunciation?
Which one?
It's written the same.
Which one's from
If it's reading the Quran, it's written exactly the same.
Arabic, you're looking at the English
Huh?
translation.
Yes.
Melik and
No, it's
Melik.
not a vowel.
Does that sound the
It's
same
not
to
a
you?
vowel.
No.
No.
Melik
No, they
and
don't sound the
Melik.
same.
Even if it's the vowel.
And they don't mean the same. So you have two texts.
That must be impossible.
No, I
Get your biases, yeah?
No.
Melik and Melik. Is that the same word?
What?
Does this sound the same? Melik and Melik. Does that sound the same to you?
That was the way that when you pronounce it like that, but when you pronounce it earlier, you pronounce it differently. You changed the pronunciation to suit yourself.
There have been
You
debates
changed,
about this
and in your heart, you know that. You stand
Yeah,
before
but
God.
honest with
You always must be honest.
Arabic. I'm not
You
doing
stand
Arabic.
before God. Always be honest.
This is between me and you. I am going to tell you when I'm wrong. I'm not even
I said I would give you the last word. So let's finish your last word, and then I'm
First
going
of
to
all,
go.
you have established things upon me, which I don't agree with, because the first question when you asked me, I didn't understand the question, so I said I do not know. So you haven't established anything on me. Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, you are stretching. It's far-fetched what you're doing there. You're stretching. You're looking for something there isn't. Stop stretching. What are you stretching for? You're looking at a word in the pronunciation. And then when you look at the word that has connotations to it, what's owner? What's the difference between owner and include? I'm telling you, owner of what? You didn't even know. You don't even know the context of that ayat. So how can I talk to you?
Okay, is that your final word?
Yeah, that's my point. So do the research
So-
and stop stretching words.
People can make their own judgments whether I've made things up
No,
or
you're
whether you've
stretching,
evidenced
you're
anything.
stretching.
People can come to their own conclusions.
You're stretching.
Anyway, it was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for engaging. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for engaging. Have a lovely day.
So again, we came to Speaker's Corner with responding the claim that within the Hafs Qurans, it has been preserved perfectly, dot by dot, sound by sound, word by word, it's preserved. So today we showed some example to Mansur, he's part of the Islamic Dawah team. We showed him example from Surah 33, Surah 9, Surah 72, which changed the sound and which changed the written version of the Hafs Quran. When you look at them, you see there is letter Hamza, which changed the sound. You see there is letter Alif. In some of the versions of the Hafs Quran, it is not there, yet in some of the Hafs Qurans, it's there. So it is sad to see once again, Mansur didn't want to engage probably, but we respond to the claim which has been made by Islamic Dawah team. In the Hafs Qurans, which is all around the world, dot by dot, word by word, sound by sound, it has been preserved. And that wasn't true. We just made our point today. Yet, I think it's helpful to remember, Muslims already gave up the Quran of Muhammad. Muslims already give up the Quran of Abu Bakr, which was the first Quran. Muslims already give up the perfect Quran of Uthman. And now they are trying to hold on something which is written approximately 200 years after Muhammad, somewhere called in Kufa. That's the Hafs Quran. And today we saw again, Hafs Quran is not reliable, as Imam Hafs was not reliable either. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we've got different Hafs Qurans out there. We've got 7 different Musafs I have got in my possession. Also, I've got 3 online Hafs Quran, different versions, and they are different from one another. Altogether, 10 Hafs Qurans out there, word by word, sound by sound, dot by dot, they are different from one another.
In the end and in summary, I have to say that Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, in the course of discussion, we have established with evidence from manuscripts, with evidence from your examples, with evidence from reason, intellect, with evidence from resorting to authentic hadith, unlike you cherry-picking our hadiths, misunderstanding our hadiths, that there is one Quran of Muhammad.